Hey guys, how you doing today? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Akintayo. I'm a wedding photographer and I'm here with another webinar. Today's topic is very simple, very straight to the point, how to set up your pricing. It's that simple. And why I like this topic is because it's one that can resonate with everybody. Like you don't necessarily need to be a wedding photographer to understand the rush of emotions that come with starting up and thinking, oh gosh, how much do I charge for this? How much do I charge for that? It's usually different if it's like you're selling like a product, right? Where everybody knows, oh, this is the price of the product. But if it's a service, you're the one doing it. So asking for a certain amount of compensation can be tricky because you don't know if you deserve it or not. Well, look no further. I'm hoping that by the end of this video, after hearing everything I have to say, you will be mentally better equipped to understand the whole process of setting up a price for your service than you do right now. So without further ado, let's just get straight into the video. Okay, so the very first step is to ask yourself, very simple question. What are your business goals? We as human beings in this journey called life, we all have purpose. We all have goals. I feel like that is what keeps us going. You accomplish this, and then you want the next, then the next, and the next. It's that simple. You were born, you go to crèche, nursery school, primary school, secondary school, college, uni, whatever. You get married, you have kids, it's purpose. We have goals. So when it comes to photography, which is the service you're offering in this context, so for me, for instance, wedding photography, you have to have business goals. Ask yourself in the next 1 year, in the next 2 years, where do I want to be? What am I doing this for? What do I hope to accomplish? You can have big ass dreams or big goals, and you can have, smaller goals. It depends on what you want. So let's say there's me and there's my sidekick. My sidekick is Ade. Ade, for instance, right? Good. So me and Ade, we're starting this journey as photographers, and we both have two different goals. My goal is to be like a household name, right? People all around the world to know me, people to call me for workshops. I can fly to Cancun today. I can go to Morocco tomorrow. I want to shoot like Japanese weddings. I want to shoot Indian weddings. That is my goal. Ade's goal, however, is kind of different because Ade is, how am I saying Ade? Ade is, Ade is an IT guy, or Ade works in the hospital, right? And photography for Ade is a side gig. It's not that serious because he has a main job where he gets his money from. So Ade's goals are going to be different from my goals because we both have different aspirations, okay? I want this. For him, photography is just on the side. Extra change for me is the main thing. It's my bread and butter. So understanding your business goals or what exactly you want to accomplish on this course as a wedding photographer would help you narrow down, how you're gonna start pricing, how you're gonna start adding value to your service to be able to get to that goal that you want to accomplish. Very simple. Don't forget, what are my business goals? Okay, good. Number two is pretty straightforward. Understand your demography. Understand your area where you're in right now. I'm a photographer based in Lagos, Nigeria, and goes without saying, Nigeria is like the economic capital of Lagos. It's a big state, Rumor has it that if you can make it in Lagos, you can make it anywhere. So you get people from other states coming to Lagos with the hope that, if I can be in Lagos for 6 months, I'll make way more money than I'm making wherever I am right now. That being said, standard of living in Lagos is very high. We have oil companies, we have banks, we have big schools, and all whatnot in Lagos. So rent is high, accommodation, transportation is expensive, and a bunch of other things. So generally, living in Lagos is way more expensive than other states. Maybe Abuja comes close, but not in everything. So that being said, the caliber of clients or the clients that are able to afford a certain service will be present in Lagos compared to other places. Okay, I'm not saying now that if you charge X amount in Lagos, if you go to like Ogun State, you can't charge that amount. You would find photographers, actually, you would find clients who can afford it there. But it'll be hard for you to sell it because that is not the going rate. So you need to understand your demography. Are you in a state or country where photography is lauded, like it's the big deal, and people understand value of what you're offering? Or are you in a country or a place where photography is not that much of a big deal? Everybody has their phone and they're fine with it. So understand your demography, right? And that would help you a lot when it comes to setting your prices. So if I'm in Lagos, how much I would charge for a certain service will be a lot different from a photographer who is based in Calabar, who is based in Bayelsa. Different demography. That's simple. So understand that. That's point number 2. Point number 3, know the value of your time, your expertise, and equipment. It's that simple. Know the value of your time, expertise, and equipment. This number 3 kind of has like 3 subheads, so I'll explain further. Let's start with the first one. Know the value of your time. Time is money. Let's just start with that, because whoever said that wasn't sleep talking when he said it. He actually meant it. Time is money. So understand the value of your time. The biggest misconception about us photographers, is that all we do is just go for, wedding photographers, is that all we do is just go for the wedding, come back, and that is it. You couldn't be any further from the truth. We do so much work. So in case you've forgotten, let me just break it down to you right now. Where does my time start? First of all, some clients want to see me before the wedding day. And they ask me, oh, do you mind if you come somewhere? Let's just talk and discuss and all whatnot. That's my time. After that, we have the traditional wedding. Give or take, we're looking at like 12 hours, 15 hours, if not higher sometimes. That's my time. The white wedding, about the same thing. That's my time. Then I go back home, which is where another set of time comes in. I have to call. That is time. I have to edit. That is time. I have to take the books to the album company to print. That is time. I have to deliver. That is time. So put everything together. It takes a lot of time. So you need to put value on that time. Okay, because it is not like a 9 to 5 where you go and you come back, you go and you come back, doesn't mean it isn't still time. It is still time. So you need to put value on that time. The second thing that you're putting value on is your level of expertise. This comes gradually as you grow. I remember the year when I began to make very big adjustments to my price, is the year when I spent thousands of dollars investing in myself. What do I mean? That year, I bought better equipment, I bought better camera, I bought a better lens. I began to invest in like off-camera lighting, and a bunch of other accessories. I also invested in workshops. That was the main investment, right? I had so many workshops I went for that year. And the thing about workshops is when you go and you learn, you become a much better photographer than you were before. So that being said, you are now in a position to charge higher because you're able to deliver what you couldn't deliver before. So when you invest in all these things, it has to somewhat reflect on your pricing, because you have moved from the person who didn't know to the person who now knows. And because you now know, the results you can give is a whole lot more professional, a whole lot better than it was before. So put value on that expertise. Even if you don't, go for a workshop, if you are shooting back to back, let's say you're a second shooter, for instance, for like a main shooter, and you're shooting back to back for like 6 months, for like 1 year, you have learned a lot during that time. And you are a much better photographer now than when you started. You need to put value on that time that you've spent learning the trade. So take that, or put that in mind. And then the last thing would be to put value on your equipment. Goes without saying. Cameras, right? These camera companies, they bring out new cameras because they hear us, the photographers, and they hear our cry, they hear what we complain about, and they try to make adjustments. And I'm speaking about Sony here in context. So when Sony brings out a new camera, it's because we've said, oh, this camera can do this, is fine, but we want it to do this and this at the same time. And we want that because we feel like it would make our workflow effective. It will make us deliver faster. We have more time for other things, and it will just generally improve the speed of our workflow. So when Sony then brings out this camera, Sony's not going to bring it out, for cheap. I mean, cheap is relative, but Sony's not going to bring it out for free. You're going to have to pay Sony for it. And if your client wants the best, and obviously you want the best for your clients, then if you think, okay, you know what? I need to buy this gear. If I can buy this gear, my client will be the happiest person in the world because the results that I can get from this gear will blow their mind. Then by all means, go ahead and get the gear. But when you get the gear and you're able to produce that result, you need to factor in how much you got that gear into your pricing. So make sure that whatever your price is, you can buy that gear over and over again. So put that in, okay? So understand or know the value of your time, your expertise, and your equipment. That's number 3. Number 4, determine the services you're providing. Straightforward as well. Just know exactly what you're giving them. You don't want to be in a position where you don't know exactly what you're giving, but you're asking them to pay you for the service. It doesn't make sense. My packages usually have, different things in them. They have a second shooter, they have a third shooter, an online gallery, a slideshow, a canvas, an album, 2 albums, leather albums, frames, online gallery, all that stuff. So know exactly what you're providing before you put a price. It's really pretty straightforward. I do have people come and ask me very funny questions like, yo, how far, man? How much do you charge? And it is too vague because you don't know exactly what the service is. So I don't have like a one price like, hi, my name is Akintayo and I charge 500 naira. No, I have different packages because I offer different things. So have different packages, know what you're offering in each of them, and put the compensation by the side, fully well knowing that you're placing value on your time for each package, placing value on your expertise in each package, and placing value on the equipment that you're using. So for this equipment part, for instance, if I were to be a photographer that, I'm able to provide my clients with like drone shots for pictures. We don't say that a lot. We say that for videos, but drone shots for pictures. Obviously, I'll have a package where if you want that drone shot that has a view that people barely ever see, then you're going to have to add X amount to this. So understand or know exactly what service you're providing, okay? Go out, ask questions. What you guys offer, what you guys offer. See where you can come and see what you can do differently. Stand out, be different. That's number 4. And the last thing will be set your price. Yes, it's that simple. So you have done 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you set your price. Being that you now know what your business goal is, after knowing all these things that I've spoken about, now you just set your price. Tell yourself, okay, do you know what? If I want to offer this particular package, let's call it package 1, it's going to take me 1,000 naira to do it. Meaning in that 1,000 naira, I'll pay my second shooter, I would pay for the album, I'll pay for the frame, and it would cost me 8 hours of my time. 1,000. So for every time you get a request for that 1,000 for that package A, you know that 1,000 is literally not for you. It's for delivering it to the highest quality possible. Triple it. So charge 3,000. Charge 4,000 if you have the nerves. But let's just start with 3,000, right? So what I would do, or what I do, is since I know that 1,000 goes to delivering everything to the highest possible quality, I have 2,000 left. The 1,000 from that 2,000, I can put it aside towards savings. Then I have 1,000 left. That other 1,000 I'll split into 2, 500, 500. So the first 500 is my money. I can use it for whatever I want to do. And then the other 500, I would invest it back into the business. That is how I do it, right? And then with each passing year, with each passing month, with more cameras you buy, with more workshops you attend, with more experience you gain, you can revisit these prices. And if you feel, oh, I'm moving from one state to the next state, then adjust the prices accordingly, right? That's it. You keep growing, you keep growing. I don't think it's really a good idea to not be improving and think, oh, because I've spent this amount of time, it is time to increase it. I mean, there's an argument there, but it's always better off. Even you will feel a lot more confident adding more money to your packages because you know a lot better. And that way nobody can come and tell you, oh, we found someone that can do this for this price. You just tell them, okay, that's fine. Because you know your worth now. It's really simple. You know your worth now. You want that person? Andele. Thank you. Obrigado. Goodbye. And they're gone. Yeah. So that is pretty much it. Those are my steps, right? So if you follow 1 to 5, you'll be in a much better position to have a price for your package or for your service. I obviously have like different packages, right? I usually start with the highest to the medium to the lowest. What that does is it kind of sets the tone, right? So when they see the highest, if it's like high, they're like, ah, then the middle one, then the low one. Probably I want them to go for the middle one. If I put the middle one first, they can be like, whoa, why is this so expensive? But when I put the high one on top of it, being that it has set the tone, the middle one doesn't look so expensive anymore. But yeah, that's by the way. So thank you. I really hope you enjoy this. That is how I set my pricing, and I keep revisiting them like every 6 months and every 1 year, and it's pretty much worked for me. Thank you for watching, guys. And I would advise that you head onto the website alphauniversemea.com for more content like this, and you can also follow us on social media at solidmea.com. My name is Akintayo Timmy once again, and I can't wait to see you in the very next webinar. Take care and goodbye.